What is up, everybody? Digging Up Cool here. Welcome back to Paper Mario the Thousand Year Door. Last time we made a lot of backtracking through the same area. It was beautiful, but yeah. This time we're going to go through the dungeon thing here, and it's great. This dungeon is pretty cool because it's different than most in that it heavily involves fire and water and pirate stuff. The aesthetics of it are really nice. Plus, we get to fight these things. Oh. This gives us an opportunity to show off what Admiral Bobbery can do. This is non-upgraded Bobbery. Bobbery actually has an extra move when you upgrade him, which I believe you can actually somehow get before you leave the island, although I thought we were landlocked. So Bobbery is the average bomb move. Neither of these damage him. It's not like a Pichu down B situation. That was a melee reference. And Bobbery also has Bomb Squad, where he throws 3 bombs that will explode 1 turn later. I'm not reading this. You can trust me. We are going to use Bomb because it's actually a really good move. It does a very hefty amount of damage, and I believe it does even more when you level up Bobbery. That was a rather convenient turn of events. Really? 99 XP. You couldn't have given me 1 more? So I believe over here is a shine sprite because I saw a shadow, and I'm good with the spatial rezoning. All right, for this level up, I have the choice of health, flower points, or badge points. I'm running out of flower points pretty quickly, and health isn't of the utmost concern right now, but I really want to upgrade badge points. I'm gonna go with FP because as much as I want to upgrade badge points, I don't think it's gonna be as beneficial to me now. I sincerely want to, though. Oh, over here is a crank for a thing that we're going to get much later in the dungeon. So over here is the most fun puzzle. The way they want you to solve this is by using your ability with R, I think, to stand between the spikes and walk through. What I've done instead is go the smart way and just use Yoshi to run through quickly. These are bullet bills. They're fun. They're actually pretty cool. They don't provide much XP at all. So for 1 level, if you're really patient, feel free to farm here. I'm not that. The cannons, if you could get to them, are what you want to fight. Because the cannons are what is spawning them, and once you make them stop, the spawning stops, and then everything is good. The cannons, unlike the bullet bills, provide a lot of XP. So that took out both the cannons and gave us 10 XP. Not a very large sum of XP, but pretty good. So in this next room over here is a bridge that you have to use Vivian to cross. No, you use Yoshi. I love telling you the wrong things in a walkthrough, not walkthrough. Oh, over here is a big Bob-omb. I don't know their actual names, but they are kind of adorable. There's certain things that you do not do when fighting these. One of which is use anything fire related. The second of which is let their ignition go off on its own. Or kill them with an explosion, because it can damage you. And that explosion, if there's other versions of that big bomb in the battlefield that are still alive and not in an explodey form, it will damage them too. It will make them go, it will set off their fuses as well, which makes them do even more damage. So when fighting them, maybe don't use fire explosives. So in this next room, in a linear sequence of left to right, there's a key. The way to get to the key is by going up here. Oh look, a flying Buzzy Beetle. We fought Buzzy Beetles in the last chapter. So if you want to get the shine sprite, there's 2 ways to do it. One of which is use Coops, the other way is to use Bobbery and just explode beside it. I'm gonna take both these Buzzy Beetles out because I'm pretty sure they can't attack in that state. And I am going to use Bobbery and go kaboom. I'm sorry about this. Really? Oh, good! Fog has come up. That's an interesting thing about Bobbery. Bobbery actually has the ability by using an explosion to clear fog, which can both be a really good and really bad thing. Ooh, that's pretty. Sorry, I just had to bring attention to that. So in this room, which is where all the alcohol is kept, I don't know, man. I'm trying to be funny or bring attention to truth. I'm just not sure, you know? Let's get crushed by this thing. Or just stop it. Beyond this next room, I believe, is a room full of Buzzy Beetles, and the reason I saved is because I'm scared I might die. Really? Yes, I leveled up again? That was like shock to an ecstatic amount of joy to extreme amounts of shock again. Health or badge points? Judging by how my health has been doing so far, let's upgrade health again, because I know I will regret it if I don't. Ooh, look, a shine sprite box. Let's use Coops to get that. And hover. For this spike puzzle, you're actually supposed to use your paper tube ability, which looks amazing. So for this shine sprite, surprise, surprise. Oh, no. Hang on a minute. I keep forgetting that my partners can be the ones to attack first. And since I can't succumb to a first strike, they can't really do anything to me. But I want to hit them with Bobbery desperately. Yes! Oh, there was a gate here, but I blew it up with Bobbery. You're welcome. Over here, if you don't want to fight these enemies, roll. And maybe stop and maybe do some dropping too. Or you do have to fight them and I'm blatantly wrong. Don't roll. There is a second cannon in this room too, so enjoy that. Oh no, oh no, oh no. If there's like 4 of you in here, I am going to be sad. Is there exactly 4 of you in here? Yes, there is. This chapter is phenomenal for XP. Maybe I'm just a little far behind on leveling because I skipped a bunch of enemies, but it's really good. So over here, we have another black chest, and we're already going, we know your stuff, dude. You can't, just open me up, get me out, and then this Poe, I don't know what they are. I think they have the key, or it drops the key after you fight them. Okay, the black key drop. Now open this chest and get the last of the paper abilities, the boat. So this is similar to the paper plane ability in the sense that you have to stand on a platform and press the Y button to turn into a boat. And it's pretty good. I mean, I'm pretty sure you can only get on and off at the boat points, which isn't very fun. But it's not a bad ability, and it actually has more uses than just this dungeon, which is nice. So this is the last paper ability we get, ever. Unfortunately, it has the ability to be broken down by waves. By broken down, I mean pushed back. I couldn't find the words I was looking for. So you're actually gonna need to trek back a fairly significant distance to get to where you need to go. I believe the proper path is going up here, and then using this boat port. Now, the reason you're supposed to use this is to go down this waterfall and go this way, I believe. Yes, okay, good, I'm actually right. I fear that I'm not a lot of the time. So when you go through the next couple of rooms, you'll find another boat port. Now, this is actually leading to the crank we needed for that gate. So this is where the gate handle goes. Now you have to go all the way back and go through that tetanus gate. That does not look good. So from here, turn right for 3 miles. Are you telling me to turn right for 3 miles? Because that doesn't make sense. So for this next bit, this area is familiar. Of course it is. We've seen it before. These waves will actually crash you all the way back at the beginning. Avoid them. Helpful advice by me. If you see a wave coming, you can counteract it by turning around. Now, it kind of helps a little, but it's really difficult to avoid them at some points. Now, when they start swelling up, of course, because this game's actually fair, it won't knock you back. And there's a bunch of toads who got shipwrecked. We should help them out. So we're actually going to use our old paper ability that I was talking about earlier, the paper plane, again. It's fun. We're going to use it to hit the switches. You know, the switches. Hitting these switches lifts barrels that'll help the toads on their way out. Oh, look who it is. It's Don Pianta's old henchman and Don Pianta's daughter. Let me make the jump. Thank you. You're welcome. So after we go through this room, that was the last puzzle room in this dungeon. I'm gonna recommend something and follow it. Hit the health block and then hit the save block. Please. Just trust me. I might as well describe this boss. This is the Pirate King Cortez. I have many words to describe this boss and none of them are good. Oh good, another, well, almost had one, but not quite. It's a fun boss, but it is the most rage-inducing boss I've fought. If you're well prepared, this is a really good boss, but I'm missing a couple very vital items for this. And the problem with this boss is that it comes in not 1, not 2, but 3 phases. So this boss probably seems really easy from just the 20 health that's being listed right now. This boss has multiple phases and it gets, not surprisingly, but it gets more and more difficult each phase. As a bit of a game plan, do not use any of your items that provide buffs in the beginning phase. Try not to waste too much FP in the beginning phase, but don't feel afraid to do it either. That's just my own word of advice. So when phase 1 ends, it goes into phase 2, where I believe jumping attacks are the only way to fight it. Am I right? Am I wrong? I'm probably wrong. I'm still gonna use Power Smash because I find that more reliable than Power Bounce, which I haven't been able to get consistently. So in this phase, we wanna make sure that crystal comes up for as little time as possible because, ow. Did you see that damage? Now, as much as I would have liked for that not to happen, more than that can happen in a single turn in the next phase. So now that we've beaten phase 2, we move on to my favorite, phase 3. The weapons are alive now. You'll notice that all the weapons have health. Ignore them. Just trust me on this one. Ignore them. They do a lot of damage, and it may seem like a good idea to take them out. It takes too much time, and they come back. So you do not want to fight them quite yet, or at all, to be perfectly honest. So, now that we've started this phase, even though I said don't attack them, this isn't directly attacking them. I want to see if Earth Tremor works, because if it does, it avoids a turn of me having to waste my items. Okay, good. Now they're all down. The only attack that Cortez can do is on his own. And also, I'm getting a chance to show Admiral Bobbery's bomb squad or bomb trio move. I don't know the actual title. Ooh, Bobbery, that's really low health. Although, Bobbery is not going to be particularly useful for this, so little bit tough to deal with, but Mario on the bright side is a very useful companion. Companion? He's the main character. Yes! I got a full bingo on my star power. Oh, that is so good. Oh no. I forgot, this is the second boss in the game that eats the audience. And the weapons came back to life this turn, although I don't think many of them are gonna live. Yep, see, 2 turns of Admiral Bobbery's thing, and it's just so good. He will die next turn if I do nothing, though. So, let's see what I can do with Mario. So I have Sweet Treat, which I could use to up my health, Earth Tremor, which would kill them all, again. Clock Out, chance of immobilizing, Power Lift, which would increase defense and offense, which would help take it out faster. And Art Attack, which is kind of not worth it. I'm gonna use Earth Tremor again, and then next turn I'm going to use Power Lift that sounds like a really good combination, actually. I don't even think I have to use Power Lift. Maybe I do. I'll save the FB. I'll just defend. That's appealing. This boss fight with planning is actually a lot easier than I remember. Oh good, I level up, I think. All right, this time I'll upgrade what I actually want to upgrade. Badge points. Woohoo! So now we've actually beaten Cortez, leveled up, and we're about to get the Crystal Star. I would say this is the end of the chapter, but it's not. So Cortez is now kind of weakened a little bit, so all we have to do is tell him we just want the Crystal Star. That's all we're here for. And he'll oblige. Cortez, believe it or not, as annoying as this boss fight can be if you're underprepared, Cortez is actually a pretty cool dead person. So now we actually got a Crystal Star. So this has been Chapter 5 of Paper Mario: The Thousand Year Door, The Key to Pirates. I remember the name of the chapter somehow. So hopefully you've all enjoyed. I feel so unbelievably proud of myself after beating that boss. So hopefully you've all enjoyed. I will see you all in the next video. Ciao.